Hey, everybody, welcome to this episode of The Spark. I'm David. I'm happy that you're here with me on today, and I hope that your day is off to a grand start, that you are getting up and getting after it on today, that you're making your life everything that you desire for your life to be. Remember this right here. You are the architect of your life. You get to design it, you get to build it because you got to live it. So you might as well make it what you want it to be. So I'm encouraged that you are here with me on today, and I hope that I will share that will take you to another height, another level that will lead you to make that move and not wait any longer, not mess around with it any longer, but to make the move to make your life better. I truly believe that by being, you're already doing that. So, we've been talking over the last couple of weeks about mastering the mental. And, like I said before, I didn't know if it would blossom into anything other than that first lesson, but it has, because the more I look at this, the more I study this, the more I see that we have to master the mental part of life. And I want to encourage you with that on today to go ahead and start doing that. Everything springs out of your mental side. How you think, that's exactly how you are. And so, with that being the case, we need to look at that and we need to work on that and we need to be better about the mental side. So, today I'm going to talk about don't let the start stop you. Yeah, don't let the start stop you. In other words, today I want to talk about overcoming the hesitation and the procrastination. The hesitation is the pause, the procrastination is the putting it off. So tag somebody and let them know Coach David is going to talk to us today about not letting the start stop us. Okay, so we're going to get into it on today. Now, what I kind of like to do is start from this direction. Why do we hesitate? Why do we procrastinate? Why do we do those things? Because really what's happening, you may have visions, you may have dreams, you may have something that you desire to do. And if you're not careful, you'll let the start of that stop you. And I don't want that to happen to you. When you begin, when you start, I want you to go all in. I want you to get going, because really the truth of the matter is, once you get going, it gets easier, it gets better, and you discover a whole lot of things that are at your disposal to help make you better. So why do we hesitate and procrastinate? I got four things that I really looked at that I want to talk about and I want to help you uncover, because I believe these are the four main things a lot of times that stops us. Well, here's the first one, and they all begin with F: faultless and flawless. What are you talking about? We want things to be perfect. And I got news for you. We're waiting around just for things to get right, the right timing, the right amount of money, this, that, whatever it is. We want it to be faultless and we want it to be flawless. And we are looking for the perfect time. You hear people say that. I'm just waiting for the right time to begin. What they're telling you is that they don't want to start because they don't feel like this is good timing, when they don't feel like things are set up to their advantage. That is a big reason why a lot of times we allow the start to stop us, because we're waiting for that perfect time. Now, you hang in there, because I'm going to deal with each and every one of these so that we can overcome them, so that we can be better. Here's the next one: the fog. What is fog? Well, anytime you're traveling or anytime you're out, and it's foggy, you don't have clarity, you can't see. And that's what happens to us a lot of times. We have a lack of clarity that keeps us from moving forward and doing the things that we need to do. So we need to get over that real quickly, and we need to get it cleared up. If you've ever been driving before, you know that when you hit a patch of fog, as they say, you slow down. Most people do. And so what happens a lot of times, when the fog clears, we speed up. So we got to deal with the fog. So that's the second F. Here's the third one: we fear failure. What? Yes, we're worried about what could happen, what could go wrong. And so we are fearing failure. So a lot of times we won't move because of our fear of failure. And then here's the final and the fourth F that I'm going to work with on today is a lack of what? Focus. We got all these distractions, all these things calling for our attention, all these things trying to get us here, there. We got the cell phone, we got the computer, we have children, we got our job, we got all of these different distractions. And if we're not careful, we can very easily lose our focus. Now, I said all of that. Each and every one of these must be faced, dealt with, and overcome. I'm going to say that again. We got to face them. A lot of times people don't want to face their fears, to face our fears, to deal with that. A lot of times people don't want to fog, the lack of clarity, deal with it at the right time. And the third, we've got to we have to overcome of focus. We have to overcome our lack of clarity and overcome this perfectionism that everything's right just before I can go into it. So my thing is this right here. We're going to each one of these overcome them. And then Coach Davis is going to leave you with something great on today to kind of remind you to always not to let the start stop you. So let's deal with it. Okay, here we go. Things may never be perfect. Did you hear what I said? They may never be. If you are waiting for things to be perfect, you may be waiting a very, very, very long time. And here's the truth. When it comes to perfectionism, what at times we find things that aren't perfect. We weren't even paying that thing any attention. We weren't even looking at that. And I will tell you right now, perfect is the enemy of progress. Say what? Yes. Listen to what I said. Perfect, being perfect, trying to be perfect, having perfect timing, everything right, that is the enemy of your progress. So you want to deal with that. If you're waiting around for things to get perfect, all right, you're not going to do a whole lot. So don't be waiting around. You've got to get started. Listen. Waiting for perfection, waiting for it to be perfect is hindering your progress. Don't wait around any longer. You get started. What did I say? Don't let the start stop you. Because if you'll get started, you will find out that you will get the things that you need. The things will start to line up, the right people, the right places. All of those things will start to come into your life as you get started. So do not let the start stop you. Here's the next one. That fog that we talk about, that lack of clarity, can very easily be dismantled. I'm going to show you in one thing how to dismantle. When you say, well, I just don't know where to start. And oh my God, I don't understand this and everything. All you have to do is act. What? Yes, listen to this. Action leads to clarity. So just start when you're all over the place. I heard somebody say it like this. Just start messy. And here's what I found out. You always get more clarity as you begin to work. As you begin to go about it, you're going to start to get the clarity that you need. So just get started. It may be messy. It may be all over the place. It may be whatever. That's okay as long as you understand this right here. I am going to put action to this. And I believe that by putting action to this, I'm going to get some clarity out of this. I may make a mistake. I may have a hiccup. I may have to turn around and go a different direction. That's okay. I'm not going to let the start of this, I'm not going to let the lack of clarity keep me from acting. So I'm not going to let the start stop me from starting. I am going to get started. So that's how you clear up the fog. The third one that we talked about, and it is a big one, is the fear of failure. Let me share something with you, and I want you to hear me on this. Being fearful at the beginning is natural. There's nothing wrong with that. But here's the key point. You can't allow fear to drive you. You can't turn over the driving of what you're doing to fear, because that's going to hinder you from moving forward and doing the things that you need to do. So what you want to do? Well, I want to be courageous. What do you mean? Being courageous, listen closely, does not mean that I don't have fear. What it actually means is I have fear, but I'm going to act while I have some fear. I heard Joyce Meyer say this a long time ago, and it stuck with me forever. Do that which you fear, and the death of fear is certain. I want you to hear that. Do the very thing that you're afraid to do. Do it. And the depth of fear. Why? Because put that fear out of there. You're going to kill the fear, as if you will. You're going to kill that fear by doing it. And then you do it. And you say, hey, look, it wasn't so bad after all. So my point is this right here. Do not let the fear of failure take the steering wheel and start driving you. No, 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 no. You drive out fear. How do you drive out fear? You drive out fear by being courageous, having that fear, having that anxiousness, but doing it anyway. That's good. All right. And then the final one that we talked about was that focus, a lack of focus. Well, here's the truth of the matter. You control a lot of that. What do I mean by that? You can put the cell phone away. You can turn the buzzer off. You can stop watching TV. I know I'm messing with you now. You control a lot of that. And so my thing is this right here. If I know that a lack of focus is causing me to stop from starting, I'm going to eliminate those distractions. I'm going to do those things that I need to do to get started. Even if I have to get started very small, like, what do I mean by that? Maybe I only get 10 minutes. That's going to be the 10 minutes of great focus. With 10 minutes of great focus, I can get a lot accomplished. And before you know it, because I got started, and you get more on your way than when you first start, I will develop in my focus, and I can go longer and longer and longer without the distractions. I know some things are going to come into your life. I know things you're going to have to deal with some things. You have to deal with your children, but you cannot let a lack of focus. Here's what you got to do sometimes. Sometimes you got to take a reset. What do you mean? Okay, I'm going to shut everything down, and I'm going to take a reset. Number one, I'm going to recognize that I'm being distracted. Number two, I'm going to ask myself a question. Is this relevant to what I'm doing? And if I answer the question and it's not, I am now going to reset and refocus and get going. Boy, I hope that helped you on today. But I'm going to finish it up with this right here. The word start. The word start. I want you to remember this. Write this down somewhere. This will help you. What does start mean? Start means this right here. Step towards all responsibility today. What? Start. S-T-A-R-T. S. Step. T. Towards. A. All. R. Responsibility. T. Today. That's how you don't let the start stop you from starting. So get the job done. Now, I hope that helped you on today. If you would do me a big favor and share this with somebody so that we can all get started. We all got things in life we got to get done. It's our responsibility. And like I say, if not you, then who? Okay, so go get it done. Don't let the start stop you from starting. Thank you for being here with me on today. I trust that you've received something that will help you this week. Take it and use it. Share this on your page with someone, or share this in any way that you desire to do so in order to help others. But remember this right here. You are the architect of your life. That's you. I'm Coach David. I want you to know beyond a shadow of a doubt, I believe in you. I do. I really do believe in you. I'll see you on next week. You have a great one. Bye.